The speed and development in AI is crazy, and it can be overwhelming sometimes. You've probably heard of all the different models, workflow tools, and agents being thrown around, and saw a bunch of really cool demos on YouTube and Instagram. But how are they different? And which one should you use? This video is an easy to understand explainer of all the models, tools, and agents out there that people are hyping up about. What they actually do, whether it's for you, without all the technical jargon. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of the differences between LLM models like GPT or Claude, and workflow tools like Claude Cowork or OpenAI's agent mode, and vibe coding tools like Claude Code and Codex, and agent tools like OpenClaw and Hermes. I'll also explain which one is best suited for your needs and role, depending on whether you're a business owner, an employee in a non-technical teams, or just somebody looking to optimize your efficiency. This is the AI explainer without the hype. Real quick, if you find videos like these useful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. It does help a lot. So the fundamental building block of most AI technology today is a large language model, which is an LLM. A great example of a large language model is GPT, which is what powers ChatGPT. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. In simple terms, a transformer is a mechanism that predicts the next bit of text. So given a few words or a prompt, the goal of the transformer is to predict what is most likely the outcome or the next text response based on the user input. It's pre-trained because it's trained on a huge dataset, and hence the word large in large language model. So a simple mental model is this. An LLM is a predictive mechanism that predicts the next text in a chain of text, and they get better when trained on large datasets with more parameters. And in the world of LLMs, there are many competing models. GPT is just a family of models developed by OpenAI. The same way, Claude is a family of models developed by Anthropic, and Gemini by Google. These are closed source, which means their secret ingredients aren't made available to public. You have to use their paid services to access their models, aside from the free limited version. Meanwhile, you have open source models like Llama from Meta, DeepSeek from China, Qwen from Alibaba, and Mistral from France. Open source means the model weights are publicly available. You can download them and run them on your own computer. As it turns out, if you turn an LLM on larger and larger datasets, it gets better and better at predicting the next word, which makes it more intelligent. Just like how you get better at golf swings the more you practice at a driving range. This is why you hear new models being released every few months, like GPT-5 or Claude Opus 4.7. These are models trained on larger or better datasets, with different specializations for better performance on certain tasks. So the typical way you would interact with these LLMs is by chatting with it, through a chat interface, which I'm sure you're already familiar with. 95% of people who are using AI are using it this way, from a student at school to a research scientist. These are powerful, but it's limiting in the sense that you're just chatting back and forth with it. While it's useful for information and research, it's not really doing the work for you, which is why workflow tools are built. You've heard of Claude Cowork, ChatGPT Agent Mode, ChatGPT Atlas, Perplexity Computer, and on the developer side, Claude Code, Codex, Antigravity, all of these tools. Here's an easy way to think about workflow tools. LLM on its own is only useful in generating text. So to make them really effective, you give them tools from your actual work environment. Your files, your apps, your browser, so the AI can do stuff for you, like sending emails, browse the web, call and use the scraper or design tools, and not just talk about it. And let me walk you through the main ones. Claude Cowork is Anthropic's desktop workflow tool. It gives Claude access to your computer, it can read your files, write new ones, build reports, make spreadsheets, send Slack messages on your behalf, all directly on your desktop. Think of it as hiring an intern who can actually open and edit the files on your laptop and use the tools that you connect it to. As a real-life example, if you work in sales, you can build an end-to-end automated sales prospecting workflow entirely no code. Cowork can research leads, draft personalized outreach, and queue up the sequences for you. If you're in marketing or social media, you can automate a whole campaign from content planning to creation to actually posting it. You can easily schedule these tasks so that it runs independently every day or every hour. Both of these I've actually made a full tutorials on. I'll link them right up here and down below in case you're interested. ChatGPT Agent Mode is OpenAI's answer to the same workflow tool, but it works a bit differently. Instead of operating on your computer, it spins up a virtual browser or environment in the cloud and uses or call tools that it reads to accomplish the task that you're assigned to. So Cowork lives on your computer and Agent Mode lives on the cloud or the internet. Now Claude Design. This is Anthropic's newest product. Launched in April this year, it turns prompts into prototypes, slides, and one-pages. The clever bit, it reads your team's design system from your codebase, so everything you make stays on brand automatically. It exports to Canva, PDF, PowerPoint, or HTML. So a typical workflow could see you prompting Claude Cowork for a presentation slide content, and you port those content right into Claude Design to get on-brand, aesthetically designed deck. This is a great tool for graphic designers, or if you're working alone, This could be your graphic designer instead of asking somebody to actually design it. ChatGPT Atlas and Perplexity Comet are actually web browsers built around AI. Imagine instead of opening Chrome, you open a browser where the address bar is also a prompt box. You can say, go through these 10 product pages and summarize the differences. And it just does it. Comet is Perplexity's version of this. Atlas is OpenAI's. Both are racing to replace your everyday browser. And a quick one about Perplexity, it's not really its own LLM. It's more like an AI-powered search engine. It uses other companies' models like GPT, Claude, and Gemini and pairs them with a live web search to give you answers with real sources cited. Think of it as an AI layer on top of Google. Now, on the developer side, Claude Code, OpenAI Codex, and Google's Antigravity are the same idea for writing software. You give them a coding task, they read your code base, write new files, run commands, debug, all from your terminal. If you've ever seen those videos of someone building a full app just by typing instructions in plain English, this is the kind of tool they're using. So who should use what? In my opinion, after trying out so many different tools, if you're from a non-technical team like sales, marketing, or HR, Claude Cowork is an easy lift. It's intuitive, the UI is friendly, and you don't have to dive into the intimidating terminal world of Claude Code. It's basically Claude Code with a great UI built on top, designed for people who don't live in the terminal. And if you're a developer, or honestly even a non-developer who's curious about building something, that's where Claude Code and Codex shine. So what about OpenClaw, Hermes, and Manus? You might or might not have heard these names. These are autonomous agents that work like Java-style agent. Sounds really cool, but how do they work exactly? Here's a simple way to think about an agent. An agent is basically an LLM running in a loop. You give it a goal, the LLM decides on the next action, search the web, edit a file, run a command, or use a tool to execute an action. Memory gets fed to the same loop, so the LLM retains persistent memory. It loops until the goal is done. The loop is what separates agent from a chat app or a workflow tool. With workflow tools, you're still in the driver's seat. With agents, you set the destination and let the agent drive. OpenClaw is the most popular one by far. It went absolutely bonkers on GitHub earlier this year. Over 350,000 stars in just a couple of months. The pitch is, it runs entirely on your machine, not in the cloud. And you chat with it through your preferred chat app like Telegram, Slack, or WhatsApp. Setting it up takes a bit of work though, and you need to be comfortable working in the terminal. But do note that because OpenClaw runs locally with full access to your file system, it can execute shell commands. It has the same privilege as you do, as a user, to your computer. So that's a lot of power. If it ever encounters a malicious instruction, say from a sketchy web page it's reading, which is called prompt injection, it could in theory delete files, leak data, or worse. That's why most people run it on a separate system from the one they're using, like Mac Minis or a VPS or a virtual private server, which is a private computer you rent in the cloud. Another very close alternative to OpenClaw is Hermes Agent. The big difference here is the persistent memory. It remembers what you've taught it across sessions, so it actually gets smarter the more you use it. It works largely the same way as OpenClaw, but with more robust skills evolution and memory feature. If you want to know more about the comparison, check out my video about it too, which I'll link right up here and down in the description below. But if you're looking for a no setup, non-techie friendly alternative to OpenClaw, Manus is the way to go. It's more polished, cloud-based option. It's a general purpose agent that you can connect to chat apps like OpenClaw and Hermes the same way. It's now owned by Meta, and it just launched a desktop app this year. It's less setup than OpenClaw, less security risk, but your data lives on their servers. I've also made a video about both Manus, Hermes versus OpenClaw, so you can check it out if you're interested. I'll link them both right up here and down in the description below. So should you have a 24/7 always-on agent like OpenClaw, or is a workflow tool like Cowork enough? Honestly, it depends on what you actually want to do. Agent sounds cool and sophisticated, but the setup, the maintenance, and the cost of keeping one running adds up pretty fast. And for most real-world tasks, you'll always want guardrails and quality anyway. So the whole concept of I'll just have my agent do everything autonomously is a fantasy that usually breaks down in practice. And what you end up with looks a lot more like Cowork running on schedule. Lastly, you've probably heard of image and video generation models like Nano Banana, Seedance, or Veo 3, and the latest Gemini Omni. Strictly speaking, these aren't LLMs. They don't generate text, they generate pixels. They share a similar architectural DNA with LLMs, but they're trained on images and videos instead of words. So what they output is also images and videos. Nano Banana is Google's image generator. It's actually baked into Gemini right now. It's fast, it's sharp, and extremely good at rendering images. Seedance is from ByteDance. Yes, the TikTok guys. It's especially good for turning a still image into moving videos with audio that's actually synced into what's happening on the screen. Veo 3 and Omni, the latest one, is Google's flagship video model. As of right now, at least in prompt accuracy, native audio generation, and 4K output. It's basically the all-rounder you want, but slightly more expensive. There are others that's worth knowing like Runway, Midjourney, Kling, but I start with Seedance and Veo 3 if you want to just play around with it. Here's the important thing for your mental model. You mostly don't use these directly. They get embedded inside workflow tools and agents we just talked about. Most of them are available on platforms like WaveSpeed, Key.ai, Higgsfield, and others. And like LLMs, some of them are open source and some of them are private. So when you ask Gemini to generate a social post with an image, Cowork is calling Nano Banana behind the scenes to make the image. You're using all of these models all the time without realizing it. And just a quick side note on automation tools, you've probably heard of several automation tools like N8N and Zapier. In fact, I used to cover N8N quite a little bit. These are strictly not AI or LLMs on their own. There are no-code automation platforms that connects LLMs or tools and sequence them out in a workflow. They can work even if the workflows do not involve AI. You use these for well-defined, predictable workflows that are routine. There's some benefits of using them because the automation is completely transparent and visible, so you can hard code and put guardrails whenever you want. So it offers reliability and control. Alright, so that's the AI landscape without the hype. 3 things to remember. LLMs are the brain. Workflow tools and agents are how you put these brains to work by connecting tools. Cowork and agent mode for non-coders, Claude Code and Codex for devs, OpenClaw, Hermes, and Manus when you want agentic autonomy. Image to video models are creative add-ons, mostly embedded and connected to the workflow tools or agents as mentioned. And if you're starting out, my honest advice is pick one chat tool or one workflow tool and learn it really well. Don't worry about agents and image models until you actually need them. Anyway, this one's a different video for me as it's more of an explainer, so let me know if you enjoy or found it useful. If you do, please hit that like button and consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one.